Your conditioning of the lifestyle that you're leading while you eat the food will determine what aspect of the food is absorbed in your body. He asked me what is the most muscular animal in the jungle. It's like asking a kid question. So everybody said elephant. Basically, it was the ox, the most muscular animal in the forest. And he said, what does the ox eat? Just grass. It's a herbivore, and even in the herbivore, it only eats grass. And he says, so how does it get all the muscles? No protein shake for that ox. And he says, the brain and your body is far more spectacular and smart than you people in your mundane lives are giving it credit for. He says, the brain knows that there is no pure food. Every piece of food that you put in your mouth is consisting of carbohydrates, fats, protein, vitamin, mineral, but in different proportions. And he says the bull's brain knows how to just take out the protein from the grass that is required and substitute and put it into the body that it needs. So I was extremely intrigued. So you're basically saying that I don't need to take a protein shake. He said, no, let me explain to you what we learned from India, where we say the final point of the whole conversation is people in our Shastras say that you are what you eat. By that, what he meant was your emotional success, your emotional, your success, your temperament, the way you look at the world, your family relationships, your professional relationships, everything depends on what you eat. Now that was too much for me. I said, how can my acting depend on my popularity or my professional career depend on what I eat, sir? Please tell me what to eat, I'll only eat that. And he said, no. He says, when we say you are what you eat, it basically means that in today's world, people are so stressed out. He says that, Mr. Madhavan, if you're not able to give yourself 10 minutes in a day to sit quietly without your mobile phones, without your conversations, without your television, without being distracted, to eat your food, then you're doing a stupid profession and you're not a successful person. All great people in the world who have achieved any sort of greatness were very disciplined on one thing, and that was their food. Be it Alexander the Great, to any Mahatmas, to everybody. Food was a very important factor. Not just the food, the way they ate it, how they ate it, and when they ate it. So I said, explain to me, I'm not as evolved as what you're trying to be. And he said, the body, when you chew it enough, when you start drinking your food, when you chew it enough, the brain takes all the signals from your saliva. Your sugar and your carbohydrates gets digested in the mouth. Any doctor will tell you that. Your saliva sends the signal to your brain saying, this gentleman is eating certain things, so prepare your guts to secrete the acids according to the food being taken, so that the right amount of absorption is done for the food. Most of us wolf down the food, which means that you're reining your intestine with enough without information to your brain with just food. And anybody who's in the medical profession will tell you that if the food doesn't get digested in time, it becomes toxic. So therefore, the brain will leave all other activities, including put itself at risk, to just make sure that the food gets digested. How many of you all go to the gym? I'm sure you two ladies who absolutely are spectacular ladies, the twins that go into the mountains, they know. You all go to the gym, right? Any men who go and work out? Oh, this is a very healthy environment. Great, thank you. Sir, and anybody who's been to the gym and trying to put on muscles will tell you, the moment you start working out, you start feeling your muscles getting pumped, right? It looks larger. Can you all tell me how the muscle looks larger when you work out? Or let me just go and answer it. Anybody? Well, when you concentrate, yeah, but how does the muscle become bigger for that particular moment when you're working out? Say that again. Lactic buildup? No, basically because the blood rushes into that particular part of the body. So when you're working out your chest, or you're working out your abdomens, or you're working out your biceps or triceps, the blood rushes in to those parts to stop the muscle from getting damaged, and therefore it gives a definition and a size. And then the more you do it, the more the muscle tears, the more it becomes, the fiber increases and becomes bigger and more efficient. Well, where does the blood rush into the muscles from? It's a question I ask people who work out in the gym every day. I'm saying, yaar, tumhara chest to badh gaya. Where does the muscle come from? Where did the blood come from? And nobody knows where the blood comes from. It's not like you're drinking blood while you're working out. Anybody? Say that again. Yeah, other parts of the body. Which part of the body specifically? Brains? Heart? No. So that's exactly the answers that I was giving. The blood constantly rests in your gut. The reason it rests in your gut is it's widely accepted in Chinese mythology as well as the Indian sciences that the gut, your stomach, is your second brain. And if your stomach is your second brain, you must understand that it knows how to take care of the body. When you eat the food so quickly, wolf it down, the food rushes to the first small intestines, which is going round and round your stomach and is being pushed through it. The acids are pouring in, trying to make sure that the food, whatever little bit nourishment can be added, gets digested, and then it's pushed into the large intestine, which goes around your stomach like this and then finally gets excreted, right? The large intestine has a layer of bacteria, which is like a lawn. All right, so that lawn is meant to be, the bacteria is there, and whatever food has been digested comes there. The bacteria absorbs the food, pushes into the blood. That's why the blood is always there. And then it goes to the rest of your part of the body. When the food is gulped down, the small intestine is not able to digest it completely. So it pushes it to the large intestine with undigested food, which is actually the food of this bacteria, because bacteria is a plant, and like all plant, it absorbs this particular food, and from a lawn, it becomes a forest. That's why we get our little belly, because the large intestine is swollen up, it's become hard, it's become tough. And most importantly, the blood flow and the flow of digestive juices through it has become very, very limited. And your body is not now healthy, it is unhealthy, it is actually functioning below optimal. And he says society cannot grow. India as a society mentally cannot grow till you are unhealthy physically. Which means if you're just normal, it's still not enough. Your body is capable of functioning optimally. All you have to do is give it enough time when you eat food. I was completely blown by then. And I wanted to know, tell me more. And he said the last thing. He said, what do I have to do to make sure that this gut doesn't become unhealthy and my second brain is actually functioning properly? And he said, Mr. Madhavan, the first thing I will tell you is you will not eat food after 6 o'clock in the evening.